Hello, everyone. I'm Olivia Linden,
And I'm J.R. Mason.
and welcome to the Lit Ladies Lounge, where today we're talking about dating post COVID, right?
Is it post-COVID?
I mean, post COVID.
Well, now they have this other virus that we don't know what it is. It's not RSV, it's not COVID, it's not the flu, but it's taken people out for like weeks. So I don't want to put my mouth on or near anyone at this point.
Well, clearly we're not, so we're safe. We're safe. But no, I think it's just I've been having a lot of conversations with my girlfriends, with my good girlfriends, just about what's been happening with people dating, whether it's online or just, meeting people out, or how hard it is to meet someone out. And, there's a few things that I feel like maybe we could kind of dig into. So, are you dating right now?
Spell it. I spell it. I don't know.
Just
I
like spell it.
no. We have this conversation at the celibacy one.
Well, I mean, just in case there's someone that's just, sliding on through for the first time and they're like, oh, who are these lovely ladies that we're looking at? These lit ladies and shit.
Okay, well, they definitely need to refer to the celibacy podcast because I'm not dating anyone. Okay, but are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not dating anyone.
Well, that's right, because we were supposed to be dating each other. What happened?
I mean, it still could happen, girl.
All
I'm
right.
waiting for my gifts or something.
Oh, damn. I told you the way my checking account is set up.
You're the
Yeah.
dude in this situation anyways. I kind of feel like I should be pursuing you. Send you some flowers.
That would be nice.
But so online dating, are you for it? Have you done it? How do you feel about it?
A 10 out of 10, do not recommend. I hate it here. The bar is set in hell. Someone has peed and dumped a bucket of COVID in the dating pool. Like, it is a hot special breed of mess. Yeah. You online date?
No,
No, you don't, or you've never?
I do not. I've tried it. And I think I talked about this in one of our podcasts, but I do not. Everyone that I met online was not sane presenting, a little bit weird.
That's
And I found, which was something else that I want to bring up, this like fetishizing, I can't say the word fetish.
fetishizing.
Thank you, thank you. But
We're authors.
we're authors, in case you haven't. If you didn't know that, like we write books. But yeah, I just felt like, it was just this thing where if it wasn't the fact that, your boobs are a certain size, like eventually, even if the conversation started out, like, oh, we're trying to get to know each other, it just always turned into something, like your boobs, your complexion, your hair. I'm like, mm. And,
Yeah.
not to mention the guy that wanted me to be his dom or whatever. So
I feel like you have enough going on in your life that you don't need to know.
yeah, nah, that's not my speed.
No. My favorite is the men who slide in the DMs. Like, you slid into my DMs, right? I was minding my own business right here. Okay. And here you come. Slide in my DM, talk about you're too big for me to date. Wait, what now? Excuse me? Because I you are 5'4", like, and you're talking about I'm too big. Like, you're too short. You're not tall enough to ride this ride. So
Thank
stop.
you. I'm glad you said that.
I didn't ask for you. Like, I did not approach you first. I didn't hit the like button. I didn't swipe right. Like, nothing. Here you come.
See, and that's another thing that I have a problem with online dating. I feel like there are a lot of trolls, especially when it comes to women of color, specifically Black women, because the women that I know that have been online, it's too many repetitive circumstances. I get it. There are men who come online literally just to kill time. They want to talk to somebody, they're bored, they're lonely, whatever the case is, but they're not ready to meet in real life. Okay. And that's not an issue if you would just say that. I'm not really ready to meet in life. I'm just looking for online friends. I don't see there's no problem with that. But you get this person interested, you're sitting here chatting for like 2, 3 weeks, you set up a date and then they ghost. They don't show up for the date or the day of the date. Something happens and they can't make it, which is fine. But then why do you never hear from them again? So, or like you said, the minute that you don't give them what they want, whether it's a picture or coming over or the kind of date, now they're, being disrespectful and now they're tearing you down and now you're fat or you're dark or you're this, you're that. And it's like, boy, those words are flying out really quickly,
Right?
and I don't think that's on accident. I think some of that is very much on purpose. As
There,
if Black women don't have enough to deal with on a regular day-to-day basis.
tell me about it. I'm starting to think my soulmate is white.
No, she's Black and she
It's a
wears glasses.
she. Oh, stupid. But no, I've been like looking for my Black king, right? And I'm like, so I'm swiping left on most of the white guys. I swiped right on a couple white guys, but mostly chocolate men. I'm just that's
Mhm.
yeah. Any shade of chocolate, I'm here. um, but it's not working. So I'm thinking like I need to start swiping right on more of these white guys. Give me a little vanilla in my life.
Hey, I mean, I don't really discriminate. I've never ever said that I will only date. Of course, I gravitate towards the Black kings or whatever. But what I find is that I always find out way after the fact that oh, like the white guy liked you, or the Spanish guy, and I'm like, well, why didn't I know? Like, what was the issue with you coming and let me know? I got to find out 5 or 10 years later. Oh, so and so really had a thing for you. No, I didn't know because had I
No,
known, maybe I would have dated him. It's like,
exactly.
so I'm like, are we still at that point? I mean, I've seen interracial couples everywhere, so I know it's not, but for some reason, there's still that little boundary where maybe I don't know what flirting and dating looks like coming from someone, from another culture or race. So I miss some cues. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm definitely open to it. I listen, love is love.
Love is love. I'm always hesitant to initiate because the way this racial climate is set up, like it's like you don't know. Like, do
Mhm.
you even date Black women? Or you like don't like any of our people at all? Like, I don't know. So I'm just always really hesitant. So like if he makes the first, he will have to make the first move because I definitely well, of course, I don't even make the first move when it comes to Black men just because I have like this fear of rejection. I'm just like I'm not the prettiest one in this room, so he's gonna be why would he
Now,
want me if he could have her?
why would like you're not the prettiest one in what room? Like, girl,
Well, I'm
stop.
the prettiest one in this room because I'm the only bitch here. It's me and the cat, and I think she got prettier hair than I do.
You are a fool.
But in like when we're out, I'm just like, oh my god, this girl's so much prettier, and she's like a nicer body, and she is like this, and why would he want me if he could have her? And that's just always my mindset. And then my friend Brenna comes in, and she's like, okay, but she might be stupid. She probably has bad credit. She's not. She's like running down all these things that like this girl might not be. She
Right.
might not be able to hold as good of a conversation. She's probably not as funny as you. Like she's so I'm like, yeah, I guess, but I'm still not gonna approach him because I'm shy and weird and awkward.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no one believes me when I say I'm shy. I just like I rise above it, girl. I have to because I know I've missed out on a lot, like being all like, oh, I don't know. So
Yeah.
now, yeah, I throw out a lot of like cues though, it's like a lot of eye contact, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going in.
See, no, I'm always weird about the eye contact because I'm like, okay, do I look at like how long do I look like? And then I end up like doing this shit and I look all crazy.
No, but one thing I will say though, where I kind of get what you're saying, because I do find that most times if a guy is giving me heavy eye contact but he hasn't approached me, I mean a lot of times these guys are in relationships. Like they're looking but they're not trying to touch and they're not trying to do anything. So there's if I know, like, I'll ask around. If it's a situation where I can ask around and be like, "Oh, you know him? Is he single? Whatever, whatever." Then, but yeah, usually I'll let them approach me because, I don't want to be like, "Oh, hey," and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know how to tell you that I had a girlfriend." It's like, well, you could have found a way in the last 4 months to let me know that.
Months.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, these men are doing the most. I had a gentleman coming over years ago, for, services.
mhm.
And he leaves my house. He walks out of my house, and I start scrolling on Facebook, and it says so and so such and such in a relationship, and I'm like, excuse me, now because you just left my house and you were just like a thing, and now you're just in a relationship like 20 minutes later. Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Yes. And I called him. I'm like, what is this? And he's like, I mean, but I still want to come in. No,
Oh, that's the headache. The headache.
no,
The
I'm
headache.
good.
The headaches.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. And then when you tell these stories to like your family members and your men friend, and they try to make it seem like it's always something that you're doing. It's like I'm literally just meeting. Okay? I haven't done anything. I literally just met this person and wanted to get to know them. And why, and I say this, I'm probably going to say this more than once. Why do I have to do a full background check on not just you, but now your mama? Because, people are giving you the wrong name. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta do background checks or something because the one dude, he messaged me. I was like, "Oh, how was your Thanksgiving?" He's like, "Oh, it was good." He was like, "The family got together. It's a lot of love after my sister murdered our mom, but it was good." And I'm just like, "What? Like, okay, y'all never need to meet my mama. I'm straight. I'm
I
straight."
don't even got a mama. Don't worry about it.
That part, man. So it's like, what is wrong with everybody?
I don't know. I don't know. But okay, to be fair, right? You know me, I'm always fair because you look at it from both sides. And, there are women who are out here dating kind of aimlessly, kind of recklessly, kind of, so I talk about the process all the time, and again, when I talk to people who are doing online dating and they're telling me, "Oh, we've been texting for 2 weeks." I'm just like, you cannot get to know someone over a text message. I'm so sorry because I know literally myself, I've been texting something LOL while I'm like eating a burger and I'm watching TV. I'm not laughing at all. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I want to hear what makes you laugh. What actually makes you belly laugh? And I need to be on the phone with you.
Right. Was it like a LOL or you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? And also, like, what do you look like while you're eating? What do you sound like when you're, first waking up or while you're stressed or any of those things? I'm just getting a little tidbits of your day when you feel like communicating. That is not getting to know someone.
It's not. And you're
You know?
right about that whole eating thing. Cause in my second book, I went out with this guy during COVID. We got pizza. We came back to the house. My dining room table is 6 feet. So I had the window open behind me and we were 6 feet apart eating. And child, when I tell you the noises that was coming out of this man's mouth, I was like, what? It's one thing if you're making mouth noise because you're eating potato chips or something, like Doritos, crunching popcorn.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
But I mean, this was excessive. And like he literally would take a bite and then use an entire napkin and then take a bite and then like use an entire napkin. And I'm like, yo, we're in a pandemic here, dude. Like there's a shortage of paper towels. What the
mhm.
happening? Like you cannot just be up in my house using all the paper towels. I'm gonna need for you to reuse that. Well, first of all, why are you wiping your mouth after every bite of pizza? I could eat like 4 pieces of pizza without needing a napkin and not actually need one. Like
Oh, there's too much going on here.
yes. And girl, look, I went and turned on the TV because I was staring at this man. I could feel my face. It'd be all in my face. And I know my face was like it had to be because I was just I was holding my food, looking at him, and he was going to town, Jack. I went and turned on the TV, got some music going and everything, just like to try to cover the mouth noise. It sounded like a herd of freaking cattle just grazing in my living room. I was like, no, we can't do this. That's
Mm.
just one of them things that you just
Yeah, trust me. There's a name for it, and I was telling my mom, I think I have it because, oh my god, it just certain things just drive me crazy. It just I'm like, "Could you not?" Like, well, she's like, "What, breathe?" I'm like, "I mean, if you could do it somewhere else right now." No, not breathing, but yeah, the mouth thing is just like, okay, all right. So yeah, no, mouth noises are no. And it's so hard to explain this. Like it sounds petty when we're talking like, "Oh, maybe that's why you guys are single. You're too picky." But no, we
okay.
know what we're talking about. Like we all know etiquette. Well, hopefully we know etiquette, right?
Yeah.
That's another thing that first date etiquette. Like I don't know, call me crazy, but didn't first date just to be like you're trying to give your best impression, right? You're trying to leave a lasting impression on this person so we can have a second date. It's the first date. It's not like, okay, we're signing the contract and now I am yours. So, like, all right, kind of like come with some type of, like, all right, yeah, hey girl, I'm here to woo you, I'm here to get you to want to see me again. It's not a foregone conclusion that you got me on this date that I'm gonna do it again. So when you're over in front of me acting like wildebeest, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, they don't give a shit anymore. Like they don't even ask you out. Like I have no chivalry has died and been buried under my porch. That's I say that all the time because I'm convinced that it is true. I have not. It's been a while since I've been asked out on a proper date. A year,
proper.
a
Say it
year. Yeah, and even then, yeah, it was a good date, and it was nice. And he, asked, and he picked me up, and he did bring like flowers and stuff. And we went to the movies, which I love movies. I love movies. It wasn't as big of a deal because he was someone I already knew,
again.
So it's like, okay, we went to the movies. But I want to do something interactive. Like I want to be able to spend time with you, like talking and like cutting up and not just sitting quietly in a movie for the next 3 hours.
Mhm.
That's just me though.
I definitely agree. And you know how I feel about the movie date. That's always just that. Let me see if I could get my hand on her thigh date. Like let me see if I could. She's soft. Ooh, I wonder if she's soft everywhere. And now it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, he hopes it's a slippery slope. He's trying to find out in that movie theater. It's like got his hands all up in your thighs.
Like,
Leave my slippery slope alone.
and that's the other thing. Like, okay, I mean, it's really nice to feel, that someone's attracted to you and feel wanted. But sir, please control yourself. You've got to be able to control yourself. Like, if you really are on the first date and your hands are already like octopus tentacles, come on. Like, it's like, do I not have a choice? Do I not have the option to say maybe I'm not attracted to you? Maybe I'm not ready for that?
Oh,
You
their
know,
egos will not allow that.
and that's to me, that's a turnoff. So they'll be like, "Oh, we had fun. Why don't you want to go out again?" Because I'm gonna get pregnant by halfway through the second date. Like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. I all the dates I've had, like the really good expensive ones, I'm the one who paid for them. Like, I would like someone to treat me as well
Mhm.
as I treat them, and I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, I know when it's time to do stuff, okay? And I'm like, we're not there yet. We're not there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I wanted to go somewhere nice, and if I wait for him to do it, I'll still be waiting. So I'm like, I'm just get tickets because I want to go.
Oh, yeah. No, I
Otherwise,
feel
I'd be missing out on all life.
It's unbelievable
It is.
because these are grown, grown men.
Yeah. Um, but that's the thing. We are grown women, and so men, these grown men, are like looking at us like, well, if you're not married by now, then like at your age, you're the problem. And I'm like, sir, I have written two books that say otherwise. Like, and once people read them, they're like, okay, yeah, I see. This is they are the problem because like these dating experiences are so outlandish that I got people asking me if this are these books fiction, and I'm like, no, these
Right.
are true stories. Like,
I wish they were fiction.
yes, I say that all the time. I do. Actually need to probably put some sort of not disclaimer, but some addition in the front because I think people are missing the fact that this is true.
Right.
Yeah, like Book Addict on TikTok. She's like, "Oh, I'm just reading these dating stories," and I was like, "No, that's my life." And she's like, "Wait, what? Are you serious?" I was like, "Yes, I'm
It's
serious."
true. This is all true.
Right? She's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and then, it's even worse with people that you do know because they feel like, "Oh, the guesswork has been taken out of it," and it's like, "No, I still wanna go on a date. I still like to go out and do things. I'd still like to sit across from you and have a nice conversation and look in your eyes and, be romantic."
That part. Thank you.
I'm a romance author. It's like it's in bold letters when you meet me, right? It's right there, romance author, romance.
Right, give me some of that.
There is no surprise here. That is what I'm looking for. I can give you a lot of it, okay? I can give you a lot of it, but help me, like, work with me, okay? Work with me.
That's the problem. They don't want to work with you. Meanwhile, I think they're just afraid to date me at this point because I was chronicling all the dating stories, but mine weren't like they're not stories of people I was actually, for the most part, in relationships with. It's all the weird stuff that happens before I can even get a chance to actually date you. So, why are you afraid to date me unless you're going to do some weird shit like the stuff that's in these books? And now I just kill people for fun. So then that's a problem because now I'm on TikTok and Instagram being all extra creepy, and they're looking at me like, she's not stable. Well, no, I'm
And
not.
you kill people for fun in your books, please.
Yes. Oh, in my books. Yes. Shannon's
Imagine
actually
somebody
making me a hoodie that says that. I designed a hoodie that says that. Was it
Yeah,
you that I was talking to and you're like, "You're gonna wear that out in public?"
no.
Oh, somebody said that, and I'm like, "Yes, I am gonna wear this out in public 'cause I kill people for fun." In my books, like,
In your
yeah, we're gonna add that maybe on the back or something. So, yeah, now I think the men are just afraid to date me because 'cause they're scared I'm gonna
you wanna act right and you won't be in the book. That's it.
there it is.
That's it.
There it is.
See, mine's is the reverse. Everybody assumes that they're the person that I'm writing about. I'm like, "You wish. You mother effing wish. Give me a break.
Wow.
You written about me? No. Mm-mm, not about you, sorry. You'll know when I write about you, okay? It's not about you."
Right. But even then, some of them are completely deluded and like, I'm writing about you and it's not good, but they will never acknowledge that that's them. I didn't do that behavior. I couldn't be me. It was you.
Listen, anybody that I still talk to or, communicate with from the past, they know it's them. Because 'cause I'll tell you, "You did you're crazy. You did this, that, the 3rd, the 4th thing. You don't remember that? You don't remember this? Let me tell you." Like, there is no escaping it. Don't
Right.
talk to me then. If you don't like it, then don't talk to me, but
That part. My favorite is when, you've conveniently forgot all the stuff you did, but then you come back into my life talking to me on the phone like I forgot what you did. Sir, I haven't forgotten what you did. Okay. So acknowledge that shit and apologize or get the fuck off my phone.
apologies, apologize. We're just gonna say spin the block. If I say spin the block, it's one particular person, okay?
Oh
So
damn. I thought you was just spinning the block with all your dudes. Okay.
There's one person that I spun the block on this person. So I knew this person when I was younger, and we wound up again at a grown age. And so as I got older, I realized that that person, had really done a number. They were really messing around. And the only reason it wasn't a big deal is because I was seeing other people as well. It wasn't like I was just sitting there and this person was doing me dirty or whatever.
Yeah.
But when we were grown now and I'm talking about some of the things that happened, because I'm still thinking it came from an immature place. I'm still thinking that, we were young and whatever. I was just letting this person know how I felt because of the way that things transpired. It's like, okay, well, why did this happen? Or why did we not wind up together? Or why did this? And I was like, well, my feelings were hurt because this, and this. Could you imagine telling somebody that they hurt you and they go, "Aw," like, "What do you mean, aw? That's not aw, that's sir, those things were really messed up. Are you okay?" So I was just like, "Oh, okay." And then, like I said, I realized this person, he was exactly the same as when we were 19, exactly the same.
Wow.
Nothing
Are
changed.
we dating the same person? Like,
I don't know. Couldn't
wondering.
tell.
Because I had a similar experience where I let him know because he hung up on me for no reason. And I'm just like, I feel like that is the most disrespectful thing ever. Like, I could see if I was calling you out your name and disrespecting you. I could see if we were fighting or like something was getting heated and you just like, I gotta go, I'm done, bye. Click.
Mhm.
But that's not the case. Like we were literally just talking and he just be like, click. And I'm just like, word, okay. So when he called back, I didn't answer because clearly if you hanging up on me, you must not want to talk to me. And I have
Right,
voiced numerous times that how disrespectful I find this. And you clearly do not respect me enough to just not do it anymore, right? And so then you come back talking to me like nothing ever happened and telling me I'm being ridiculous. I'm not being ridiculous. I'm tired because you disrespected me over the years so much and now this was just the straw. Like
right,
I got a whole camel out back and this was the straw.
right, right.
And yeah, and that's what he's like, you're just being ridiculous. I'm just joking. Okay, well, I don't think your jokes are that funny. And you're not gonna apologize, not gonna acknowledge that this was messed up because if I did it to you, you'd have a whole ass attitude. Which I don't do those things to him. So I don't do the lying to him. I don't do the cheating. I don't do the ghosting. I don't do any of the stuff that he's done to me. So it's like you can't even acknowledge what you did wrong and apologize. And when he did finally apologize, it was, well, I apologize. Are we going out or what?
Mm-mm-mm. I feel like there's too many parallels here because you're telling this story and I'm like, "Wait, is that my
Are we
story?
dating the same guy? Right.
Is this me? What does he look like?"
Right. And it's a shame because I really liked this guy, but it's just like it doesn't make any sense. It's not right. So,
Talking about liking somebody, that's the most disappointing when you do like someone. And, I know these are like quick little podcasts, and anybody listening, you can't really fill in the blanks, right? So we're telling you certain things and it probably sounds one way, but we know, okay, I gave this person a chance because, of course, there's good things about the person that we like, and there were good things that happened.
yeah.
But fundamentally, though, when you consider, okay, is this someone that I could be with forever? If I'm seeing that there's a sensitivity issue, i.e., you're very insensitive, that's a big deal. And that's something that a lot of people want to just kind of skirt around. Like, we can work that out. And it's like, no, we can't because it's my feelings that are getting trampled.
Exactly.
It's not
Especially
my
when you're gaslighting me and stuff.
feelings,
No.
And like I've previously said, I was dating someone and his own mother was just looking at me like, "Girl, what are you still doing here? Get out
Crazy.
now." I was just like, "Okay, mom, take your advice. I'm never coming back."
Meanwhile, I had a mom asking me, well, when are you gonna marry my son? And I'm like, ma'am, your son is not ready to be married to anyone, especially me.
Okay,
When he get his life together, we'll discuss it, but that's not happened yet. And yeah.
yeah.
Tell me what your perfect first date would be. if you
Oh,
were lucky enough to meet someone online who was functional and asked you out.
perfect first date. Well, I would prefer to meet someone in person. I'm not meeting anyone online. I already know that. I'm gonna meet you in person, and then the first date is gonna be us. I'm not like a stickler for where it has to be. I want in you to be authentic and pick some place that you either think I would like or that you like, right? That I can enjoy also. I really just focus on the connection, that energy where you get to know somebody and you're like, wow, I'm really liking this. I'm liking this person. And you're getting the feedback from them, the eye contact, the body language. It's like, okay, we're really feeling each other. And it's comfortable. It's not overly, smoldering and sexual, and it's not awkward. They're not looking away. So a perfect first date would be, really nice restaurant or even like a picnic, something cute like that. And we're talking and maybe like go for a walk afterwards, and get to know each other a little bit more and set up a next date.
Yeah.
We don't have to jump out of an airplane. You don't have to take me to, you know, the, the restaurant where they serve the golden steaks,
Damn.
you know. But yeah, and then because you really like me, then the second date could be like something, really crazy. I don't know. I think maybe that's just me, but I just feel like, can we just get to know each other? Can we figure out if we like each other?
I agree.
How about you?
Well, I would like a man to actually plan something. I don't even care what, like just plan it. But real talk though, I'm a huge proponent of an ice cream date. I love a good ice cream date because the experiences I've had with these men on here with these old pictures, catfishing, hatfishing, just not not quite right. Like you're here up in all the pictures, and then you're built like
Right.
potato head like neck down, and it's just like boop, and legs, and that's it. Like so, but you said you're athletic in the profile is the problem. That's the issue. Like you ain't say I'm big and hefty or teddy bear size. You said I'm athletic, but you show up. Never mind. Anyway, ice cream, if you show up, you look like your pictures, your breath smell nice, your teeth are all in a row and everything. And I'm like, oh, look at you. Okay, you got a little haircut and stuff. I'd give me a nice double scoop, take a nice long walk, have a conversation. But if you come looking like the one dude who looked like a cannibal, I swear that man was a cannibal. He was eating people. And I'm not talking about sexy time eating people, I'm talking about real eating people. That means I gotta get a tiny baby cone, put a little schmutz of ice cream in there, put the whole thing in my mouth, get brain freeze. Oh my gosh, I have a headache. I gotta go home. And then I gotta take the long way home so you don't follow me because I know you eat people.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, ice cream. Get me some ice cream. Plus, I'm like a giant child when it comes to ice cream. I
Oh
would
my.
just like a whole unsupervised child. Yeah. Just give me
And I think that, like, I kind of think those first dates, again, if it's an online situation, I think an ice cream date or a coffee date or just something really quick to break that initial ice, right? Because when you meet someone in real life, you've already kind of broken the ice, right? So you
Mhm.
don't have to go through that. So I think when you do meet online, I think it actually would help you to just have a cute, quick little date. And then you can plan something more extravagant, go from there. But like going straight from online to this extravagant date, I think a lot of times there's expectations after that. And it's like, listen, we're not vibing. Okay. I'm so sorry. And so now what do they do? It's like, okay, well, then we shouldn't pay a lot on a date, and then you get all these conversations about how much a first date should cost. And again, like, I don't take anything away from anyone. Whatever you feel is your opinion. But what I would like to be done to me, if that doesn't fit for me, we're not a fit, and you're not gonna beat me in the head and tell me that I should be happy with like a 2 for 20. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's what I want to do, that's one thing. But if that's all you want to offer because you don't think I deserve anything, then that's a whole different conversation. So I think a lot of that stuff, it's like, stop listening to other people and do what works for you, you know?
Absolutely.
That's it.
My favorite though is also the friends who have input and they're just like, well, you're single, don't be so picky. You should date this person. And I'm like, wait a minute, you found your soulmate. You found the man that you are madly in love with, okay? And you have heat and passion for this person, but I'm supposed to settle for this person that I am not even remotely attracted to. Like, I have to want to lick you, okay? If I don't want to lick you, we are not going to go very far in this relationship, right?
On these
There
ice
has to be physical attraction. And they just like think you should just settle for like anyone. Oh, this person's interested in you. You should just date them. But I'm not interested or attracted. That yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten something like that. Like, "Oh, you're not being patient enough." It's like, "Excuse me?"
I am
Do
in my fourth decade of my 30. You better go somewhere with all that patience bullshit.
And once again, you gotta do what works for you. Who told you that I was struggling over here being single? Like, who told you? It's one thing. Yes, I would like to be in a relationship, but I would like to be in a healthy relationship.
Yeah,
Okay?
right.
Everybody that's sitting here telling me I'm picky, listen, you have other things to worry about. Don't worry about me.
Right?
Okay?
Because I saw your man on this dating app right here.
So sorry.
Right, y'all fighting and cussing and in therapy and everything. Like, look, well, therapy's good for
No,
regardless, but
sir.
like, it's just always something. So I'm trying not to repeat y'all's mistakes over here and do me.
I
So
have a friend dates her, she's in the town is a little bit smaller. And she said she was gonna broaden her horizons and kinda date, like I think it was like a 50-mile radius she extended it to, and saw one of her friend's husbands, different name and everything, but he's on the damn dating app.
okay, so that is for another podcast. Okay. So we did talk about, our first dates, what our ideal first dates were, and men not asking us out like in the right way. What are your thoughts? Like, how do you think this whole online dating has affected, traditional dating? Because like I'm reading your book right now, Given a Chance, the sequel, which
Yeah.
pretty spicy and hot. But the way this man pursues this woman, like the way he touches her non-sexually, but it's such a turn on, and the flirting and the push and the pull, like I feel like the men don't even flirt anymore. Like they just are like, "Hey, are you wet? Let's go. You want to, no, no, I don't. I want to be wooed and romanced." And
Yeah.
I personally feel like this online dating is affecting traditional. But what are your thoughts? Since you're the romance author here, you're the guru.
I think online dating is taking some of the fun and the flirting out of it because, I think we mentioned it earlier with the whole texting. I think people think that texting equates to flirting, like when we're eye to eye, that wasn't flirting. So now it's awkward because you're still just meeting me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're still just meeting like that week or 2 weeks, or even if it was a month, that was not us, looking at nonverbal cues and learning each other. And so I think people are just jumping steps because it's like, oh, well, we've been talking for 3 weeks. No, you have not been talking.
Been
You've been
texting.
typing
Yep.
and saying things that you think are cute to each other, but you have no godly understanding of how that other person is actually responding to what you said. It could have been corny as hell, but they want to get you on this date. So they're like, oh, you're so funny. So I think that's the big difference. They're just skipping steps. Like, okay, I got you here. And since I've known you for a month now, I feel it's okay that I can, touch you or grope you. And it's like, we don't even have chemistry.
Right. It blows my mind when I hear people who say, we met online, we've never met in person, but we're engaged. And I'm like, if you like it, I love it. Hey, you do you.
I mean, I know during COVID, video chats, were really a thing. And I mean, I can even understand that a little bit more than just saying you've been emailing and texting somebody for 4 weeks. I'm like, who cares? Who cares? I met somebody, it was somebody that I've known. I've known this person for a long time and we reconnected and he
Wait,
was
is this you spinning the block again?
no, no, no,
Oh,
no,
go
not
ahead.
spinning block. Just somebody I knew was never
Okay.
even
because you just
No
be
more spinning
lapping,
the
doing
block.
laps around this motherfucker.
No, just one person. There's only one person getting me spin the block like that. But he wanted my number, so I was like, oh, okay, because I never thought that there was anything, And then he starts texting me, very polite, very, but I felt like I was on a job interview. Hello, good morning. How are you? How's your day going? Oh, so what do you do? How did you get into that? I'm like, do you want to date me or do you want to hire me? What are we doing right now? And
Right,
how long is this going to go on? Like, okay, I get the first day, but at some point you've got to call me.
right.
We've
Wait,
got to graduate.
have you been watching Love is Blind?
No, I keep hearing about it though.
Oh my gosh. So there was this one guy, I don't even remember his name. And he walked into the pod and he had a list of 15 questions and he wanted the women to choose a question, like a number, and he
Mm.
would ask the corresponding question. And the one girl gave a long answer and he got annoyed and just got up and left. Like, I was like, are you serious, dude? And then when the one girl answered the question and then asked back, oh, well, what are your thoughts on that? And he's like, well, I wasn't expecting to actually answer any questions. I just wanted you to ask or answer all the questions. And I'm just like, he's a dick. Like, who does that? And that is like your thing. Like, you feel like you're on a job interview, like you're interrogating me.
Right. For weeks.
Not
For
just a couple
weeks.
days in a pod. Yeah.
I just keep getting these random, it's like, and it's not even like an everyday thing. It's like, all right, he texts me today, then maybe in 4 days, hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. Oh, how are you? How's your day going? Listen, bro, nobody's day is that different from a day to day. Like,
Right. And how
it's
many other
Wednesday.
women did you text that to? Like, am I number 4 on the list?
Because we know the good morning, right? They get up, roll out of bed. Good morning, good morning, good morning. GM. Oh, that's my favorite. Bad enough we're not even talking. You can't even text me whole words. GM? Really? Hmm.
Yes. Yes. I had a
Okay.
50-year-old man talk about WYD. What am I doing? I'm waiting for you to pick up the phone and call. Like, what is happening here? Why are we this old? And why are we so averse to picking up the phone to call a lady? I'm so confused.
And isn't it worse when it's older? Because when it's like I've said, I've dated people who are younger than me. So I tend to be more understanding of the slang. Like I get it. But when it's someone that's your age or even older, it's like, excuse. What are you
Exactly.
doing?
Right, because you were raised in an era where if you wanted to talk to a lady, you had to actually go see her, like, or
Right.
pick up the phone, and one of her parents was going to answer, and you had to like talk to someone's parent before you could talk to the girl you were interested in. So why now have we forgotten all of that and we just want to live behind this?
Right. WYD. And why? What's NY? Not
Not
you.
you.
Like, give me a break. Oh,
Oh my
so
god.
groundbreaking. Like what, you're so different than everybody else. Come on.
Yes.
Please.
Yes. Those were the good old days. I
Mm,
said that like I'm so old. I'm still 30.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
as long as we're clear.
But I do like, it's for someone, and especially I dated a lot when I was in my 20s. So now attempting to date when you're older, it's just like, oh, this is not even fun. Oh, this is whack. This is boring. I don't understand just the general awkwardness. And I'm like, am I really going to blame this all on online dating? Because at some point, you have to know how to meet people and in person. Do you remember walking down the street? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how are you? Oh, okay. I like the way he said, hey, and it just be like, now it's just like,
And that's it.
what do you,
Just
is
a
that
head
a,
nod.
right? Is that a, you like the way I look? Because it could have just been, you just, oh, I like the way you look. That doesn't mean you want to talk to me. It doesn't
Right.
mean,
Or that could be we are the only two black people out here, and
right.
that's what we do when we see each other is head nod. Like, so I don't know what that means, sir. Like, use your
Exactly.
words. Use your words. And
Use
they
your words.
better freaking like sound like they make sense. You better not sound like 15. Like, stop. Because I'm so tired of people coming at me sounding all crazy. Why? Why are you using a Z in the word is? We are old. I need you to just spell your words right.
Because it was no difference. It's not like you shortened it. You actually went further on the keyboard to
Exactly.
get to that letter.
Oh, exactly.
The funniest thing to me was when I was dating someone and wait, well, okay, scratch that from the record. We weren't even dating. We met. I thought he was really attractive, but I saw the signs that nothing was ever gonna really go down. But he was cool for conversation. And he's texting me, and I'm seeing he's replacing all the B's with C's.
Ease.
I'm like, B's Bloods and Crips, girls. Bloods and Crips. So he must have been, a Crip. So he was removing all the B's and replacing them with C's. So I had to ask, I was like, are you? Because that's the only, like, what's happening right now? Like, are you literally trying to tell me that this is what you are to that extent that you can't even use the letter B in your vocabulary anymore?
When did it become that serious?
Apparently, when we were becoming adults. When we were out, doing real life things. Let me stop. I don't know. I'm just like, because clearly I'm neither. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like who I'm not snitching on you. Oh, he used to be.
Right? If that's the case, I'm a blood. Like, I use my B's.
And then vice versa. I think the Bloods, they don't use C's.
I'm literally sitting here trying to think of like any type of way any of that
Okay,
makes
so
sense.
like instead of saying crazy, Bloods say brazy.
That's crazy.
Right? But
I'm like,
that's the language.
oh my God, I need a drink. How did you even get through the conversation?
I mean, because I'm a clown, so I'm clowning him now. I'm like, "Are you for real?" Like, I just went off and just roasted him, and then, he took it all in stride, and that was, the joke going forward. Because I was just like, "What?
And did
What
he
are you
start
doing?"
using the right letters again after that or no?
Yeah, he got a little bit he was a little bit less aggressive with the overseeing of everything.
Okay.
I was like, "Oh."
Wow. Yeah, I've never had anyone that bad. My pet peeve is when we're doing the whole online thing and I'll ask a question because this one guy had in his profile and it made all the sense in the world. He said, questions generate conversation, simple statements do not. So basically that was the gauge. This is the bar. If you can understand that statement, then we will be able to have a good conversation. If you cannot and you are too stupid to get it, like we're not. And so I got it and I'm like, that's dope. I definitely need to incorporate that in my profile. That absolutely limited my level of conversations because nobody seemed to understand it. And they still like I would ask them a question and they'll just answer the question and that's it. And it's like, where did the art of conversation die with the cell phone and internet? Social media, I guess. I don't know.
Social media, because now we're equating likes with someone actually liking you. Oh, he liked a post. Like, it makes me laugh when I see the videos making fun of it. Oh, he liked the post from 150 weeks ago. So he's feeling me because that means he went through my whole profile.
Yeah,
Or he's
but even
bored.
if he likes a post, that has nothing to do with your ability to converse effectively.
Right. But if you don't have to say anything, if someone's getting excited simply because
That's
you
true.
like the, so it's, who do you blame? Because we're making it easy. Oh, well, I already know that he likes me. So now when he slides in my DMs, it's literally straight to
We are not making it easy. They are making it easy. I can just clear that up.
who's
Get your
they?
pronouns right. They, them, not us. Okay.
Not us,
We,
not me,
no,
you.
right. Them, all of
They,
them.
them. Seriously, because I'm just like, when I talk to people who are younger, and then I love how they're like, well, you're old and you don't get it. And I'm like, I
I'm
date
fine
people
with
younger
that.
than you. Like, what are you talking about? But whatever, like, go off. You're the one who's sitting here talking about the struggles that you're having. And it's like, at the end of the day, men are men. Some are older, some are younger. But why don't we get that concept down before you're trying to decipher what 2 hearts mean versus 1? What it meant because he sent this emoji or what it meant because he said a thumbs up versus I'm like, "Are y'all for real? Just talk to people, and if you understand the nature of a man or a woman or whatever, whoever you're dating, then just go from there." Like, I don't know if, you've seen this. I actually stitched it. It was a guy on a podcast. I think I brought this up before, but oh well. Talking about overcoming adversity in his relationship. I think he cheated on his wife. And he decided that after sending her a text message with a heart, a blue heart, he was going to every day add an additional heart
I
to
saw something about blue hearts, and I'm like,
right.
what does that even mean? I didn't know
Yeah,
what it meant.
so he only made it 21 days, 21 blue hearts, and he was very proud of himself that he to him, that was him putting effort into elevating his relationship.
So you're telling me that every day he sent a blue heart was a day he didn't cheat on her?
Well, every day was a good day between them. No arguments, no, no fighting, no disagreements. But he thought that was, like he was doing a great thing because he was remembering to add an additional heart, not just one heart. So day one, day two hearts, day three, until he got to 21. And then that's when I don't know if they argued or he forgot, but that's where it ended. But he was proud.
I'm still so confused.
Good.
Okay. I'm like, am I just weird or old or stupid or what's happening?
Good.
I'm
You should
like,
be because I
what's
didn't get it.
happening?
I was like,
It's just
what?
like,
I was like, see, this is why I write romance.
and this is why I write murder because of that shit right there. Damn 21 hearts. I will kill you and bury you with
Could
those
you
hearts.
imagine
Okay.
rounding up all of the podcast bros and killing them off in a book? No offense. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but that would be funny.
Gosh. Wow. This is crazy. Talking to you is like, you're not right. You're not right. Something's wrong.
It's not me, it's them. It's them.
That's right. It's them. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us in the lounge, the ladies' lounge. We look forward to chatting with you next time, where we will have who's up after this. Alexis Manis.
Yes.
Yes. So that should be fun. So thank you guys. Subscribe.